Alright, check these things out, man. I have never owned one of these before, and I bought two this time. Oh, man. These things are sweet looking. I picked up two Polaris Trailblazer 330s. Matching pair. The listing said they were 06. Turned out they were 09 Polaris Trailblazers, and I'll explain why that messed me up a little bit later. But picked these both up for the price of one, I would say. I paid, let's see, by the end of it, I paid $17.50 for both of these machines. And it was probably only, I think it was an hour away from my house, so I had maybe $30 in gas. Not too bad. These things are clean. I'm really happy with the way these look. So initially, I came up with this idea. I was like, hey, I want to buy both these machines. I want to sell one, and then I want to keep the other for my friends. Unfortunately, for some reason, a lot of my friends can't drive a clutch, and so something with a CVT like these that's not too strong is kind of ideal for what they would be riding. So I saw these two, and I had to go check it out. I will mention that neither of these machines were running. They both, let's see, they both have their pull starts though, and I was able to confirm that both of them will turn over, and they both sound like they had compression. All the brakes work on it, but I will, when I was out there and I was talking to the dude, I was pressing this brake here, and it was working fine as I was going down the trailer, and then it went pop, and now it has absolutely nothing. And so that broke, but the front brake still works on it. I'm not sure what gave way on that. I don't know. Let me know what you think that was. I haven't toyed with it yet, but something completely gave here. So I got to get back there behind this plastic to look at it. But all the brakes work. It did come with the keys, and everything on this one I think is as I got it. This one over here, I've done a little bit to it. It's been a few days since I actually got them. This one didn't come with any of the dash pieces. These dashes have a front and a back, and the ignition like nut here and the choke nut, none of those were here. He had lost them while he was messing with it. He was trying to get spark. Neither of these machines have spark. So I bought them. I didn't see if either of them ran, but man, they're so clean that I was thinking they've got to run, right? I don't know. You let me know what you think. I paid $17.50, so essentially I have a little less than $900 in both of them. So yeah, what ended up happening is he listed them as 06 Trailblazers, and I looked up because he said one of the ECM was fried, but he bought a new one, and then on this one there was nothing. So yeah, let me look in here real quick. So this one, no CDI. Actually, it did have a CDI, and it had no ECM. This one has a brand new ECM, but it had a Chinese aftermarket CDI on it. Neither of them had spark, and when I brought it back, I don't think this one has an NGK plug, but it's busted in there. So he messed that up. I don't know what this guy was doing, but he was unable to get spark on either of them. And I was like, you know what? This could be as easy as buying a new ECM, maybe a CDI. I looked up the ECM price. It was $180 for a brand new one. I was like, that's not too bad. So I purchased both of these under the assumption. Let that guy go by real quick. I purchased both of these machines under the assumption that these ECMs, which usually it's just a CDI, but for some reason Polaris does these ECMs that are control modules for all the electronics, under the assumption that those are $180 each. Well, when I got home and I looked it up, I even ordered the ECM the first day I got these because it was missing one, and I knew I had to get one anyways for testing purposes. But when I looked it up and it was 09, for some reason the ECMs on these like 08, 09, it's like 2 or 3 years, they cost, I kid you not, $520 brand new. I found on PolarisParts.com or one of those websites, I found one for $420. The cheapest one I can get is $420 plus shipping for these freaking, I can't show you because it's in this one and I gotta pop all the plastics off. There we go. But this piece right here, freaking 420 plus shipping. So yeah, anyways, so I kind of goofed, assuming the guy was right about the year, and that's kind of on me. But so yeah, I definitely have to spend good money on this. I've had these for like over a week and a half, and I've been watching eBay for a used one for days and calling my local parts place, and nobody has had a used one available. So sadly, I think I'm gonna have to spend $420 on this and a CDI, and those are like 60-70 bucks. So for this one, that's just to even start testing. And a coil. I ordered a coil like day one because I knew this was busted, and this one had a Chinese coil on it, so I also had to order that. This one didn't even have the display on it. This display, I already bought that, and the gas cap was broken. It was leaking gas on it, and neither of them had this cupped piece on it, and those were cheap. All the Polaris Magnums, Trailblazer, and I think even the Sportsmans all use the same scoop that comes around and sucks up the air for the CVT box, but neither of them had that scoop on it. So like day one, I'm already ordering what, 420, 50, like 20 each on these things. These front pieces I ordered. This display was $70. These pieces were like, I don't know, it's $30 for like all the plastics there, just right off the bat. So yeah, it's gonna be a bit more than I thought, but think about it. Look how clean these machines are. Let's see. This is like the only rust that's on the machine that's like clearly obvious. But man, these things don't look like they've been ridden at all. When I talked to the guy, actually the post said that it was ridden by children and not ridden much, and garage kept. And I genuinely believe that. These things, man, they look clean. Like, obviously the exhaust is, you know, that's typical, but the radiators, pretty darn clean. The exhaust, this is a Polaris exhaust. You know how fast these things rust? If you know anything about Polaris exhausts, these things rust so fast. So for these things to be that clean, all the lights, actually I don't even know if all the lights work because I haven't hooked up an ECM to this, but all the brakes work. I mean, everything's there, and I feel like if I get spark on both these machines, it's going to be happening. So my guess, and I've been watching for the last week and a half on what these are selling for, and I've seen really clean ones sell for the 2,000 range. So my hope is that I can get these both done, and my goal originally was to sell them, one for $2K, and then my other one would be free for my buddies. But unfortunately, with the cost of this ECM, I don't think that's going to happen. But I think we can still flip them, assuming they run. I mean, with how clean they are, I'm kind of taking a risk here, but I think they're going to run, man. They just, I don't know. They don't look beaten at all. So, yeah. What do you think, man? Did I make a mistake? I really don't think so, man. There's only one way to find out, but I'm not going to do that until the next video. So these are the two Polaris Trailblazer 330s, 4-stroke engines, because I am a sucker for 4 strokes. Don't ask me why. I believe they both have the OEM made in Japan. Yeah, Japan fuel pumps. Like, there's just, these things have got to run. They sound pretty good when you pull them over and everything. So yeah, especially, like, you can tell it's been taken care of. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. They both have their these seats are goofy to take off. You have to flip them like up to get them off. That was smooth. They both have good I think air filters on them, so like you can tell that they just were taken care of. They look clean inside, no oil, no nothing. Compression sounds good. It was a risk, but like at the same time, I feel like it wasn't that much of a risk. you never know on these things, man. It is a machine at the end of the day, and people can ride them hard. But that was my thinking going into it. I was like, oh, these things, they look so nice. So I'm pretty sure these tires are OEM as well. Somebody would have to let me know, but these are running AT 485 Carlisle. This one's kind of dry rotted, actually. You can see it right there. But OEM rims. The rims are so clean. I know they're dirty, but these things they're like not even dented. That's dirt. That all comes off. So this one's a little more cleaned up. I washed this one. I mean, these things are friggin' sharp. So I don't know. I think I can get 2K out of that if I can get it running. So that was kind of what I was taking the chance on. And yeah, let me know. Am I crazy? Was it a good deal or not? I got to buy this rubber boot here. And this one doesn't need much. If I can get this one running, I think it has everything. This one, I had to buy a gas cap. Yeah, I already said that. So I'm trying to think. This one's pretty much at the point of get it running as well. So I wanted them both presented like ready, but I haven't touched any of the engine stuff. So in the future video, we're gonna see if I can get them running. What do you guys think? Are these Trailblazers sick or what? I think they look sweet. They're basically like that sporty scrambler look, but a 330, you know? I don't know. I think they're cool. This one does have a busted light though. I have cut myself on this thing twice, and because they're real glass, they're not plastic. And that freaking hurt. Where's it at? Right there on my thumb. I grabbed it to pull on the plastics here, and like this sucker like jabbed me good, but that was like a week ago. I'm already pretty good. So alright, so that's the 2 Trailblazers that I picked up. You guys let me know. Do you like them? Was it a good deal? You know my optimism on this one. I think they're gonna run. But yeah, if you made it this far in the video, appreciate you watching. As always, if you can like and subscribe, that'd mean a lot to me. But either way, thanks for watching and peace out.